Carolina, here we go. It's April 20th. 5 days after season started. This is the first Saturday of the season. We got up at a little after 3 o'clock this morning and buzzed out the door. We're going to stop and get some caffeine because I'm only running on about 4 hours of sleep today and about 9 hours within the last 2 days. Anyway, today should be a pretty good day. We're getting out here early because I didn't want to get beat to my spot. I figure there's going to be quite the influx of hunters today. I went out yesterday morning, had a hen fly down right in front of me. After looking at the video, I probably shouldn't have turned the camera as quick as I did. I was definitely way behind her landing on the ground, but I was trying to look at the camera screen and like get the camera on her. Anyway, the last 20 minutes that I was able to hunt before I had to leave for work, I scouted, kind of got a little bit better lay of the land. I'm getting really close. I feel like, today could be the day. If I can position myself in the right spot, today's definitely going to be the day. My plan is to walk in about, I think it was 140 yards is what I looked at on the map. There's a power line crossing. I can either go right or continue down, depending on where I hear the birds gobble. I would rather not have to try to set up once they're awake on the limb, even though there's probably about 20 30 minutes that they stay on the limb. I'm hoping it'll play out. I'm hoping I can at least pinpoint where they're at. I could bust it. That's the plan. We've got a good plan, I think. Better than no plan. That was my water bottle. Just fingers crossed it happens today, man. I've been after it. Anyway, I'm gonna get some coffee or some sort of caffeine and maybe a little bit of breakfast at the gas station up here. Be on my way to the turkey woods. See ya. think we're gonna have to pack up shop and go out on the other side of the creek. Well, I'll give you an update of what's been going on. Got in this morning super early so I could have this spot claimed in a way. So I staged up probably 150 yards that way. And I just waited to hear the first gobble to see if they were on this side of the river or on the other side of the river. Creek, not river. So anyway, I hear that first gobble, and it's been bright all morning. You got the lights of the city, plus you've got moonlight, so it was pretty bright this morning anyway. Of course, they didn't gobble till like 5:40. So I started making my way this way because I thought they were on that other roost tree that they'd been on. Come to find out, they were right here in this spot that I had picked to set up in, if they were over here. So I figured they'd come from that roost tree, fly over, and then make their way across this field edge. So basically I ended up spooking the whole flock of turkeys. He's still gobbling over there. I'm going to have to pack this up and just get going. But basically I've got a bird in front of me over here that's probably 400 or 500 yards away. This one back here that's maybe 200 yards. And then there's a couple over this way, just kind of spread out. So this one's gobbling his head off. If he doesn't work out, I'm going to make my way back this way and see if I can get on something, but I got to go while he's hot, so. Goodness, man. I'll just leave all my stuff here.
like 150 yards that way. What is going on? Yeah, baby. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. That's awesome. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. What a freaking hunt. What a hunt. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable, man. What a crazy hunt this morning. I cannot even believe it. I woke up early. I got up at like 3:10 this morning. Got here, made sure I was in my spot or in a spot before anyone else got here. I didn't even start seeing cars, so I started walking into the woods about 4:40. And I ended up staying at the car for like 20 minutes, waiting until a little bit of light. I didn't want to just sit out there in the dark, kind of stirring up stuff, spooking deer or whatever. But anyway, I staged up over here, probably from where I'm at, it's about 100 yards to my left. I staged up there for, I just laid down on the ground there for about 20 minutes. I could hear deer grunting around me and stuff and running around the woods. And then I finally heard the first gobble. And it was somewhere back behind to the, I guess, to the, that way, northwest. So I decided they were probably on that side of the creek. So I was just gonna cross the creek and go over there. I figured they would be in the same tree that they've been in for the past 4 days. I think this is, well, this is my 4th hunt this week. So I guess the past 3 days that I've been seeing them, they've been roosted over there. And normally there's a big roost tree that they have, and they pitch down into the field, and then they kind of work their way back this way. Today, they were basically set up exactly in the trees that I had picked out yesterday when I scouted. And I ended up scaring the whole flock out of the tree, all of them. There's probably 6 of them that pitched out. Most of them went this way. And I'm guessing that this Jake came in with another one. And they ended up walking over. They were staying around this whole area. So where I was set up at, I mean, I had gobblers everywhere. I had, you know, like 2 this way, 1 over here. I had 1 over here I knew of for sure. And so where I was sitting, I was, you know, I could hear, I want to say it may have been these Jakes yelping back here, clucking or something. Because once it kind of got light, probably shooting light, probably like 6:30 or so, I kept hearing this yelping back there. It might be on the camera, I don't know. But I knew that they were on this side of the creek. I kept hearing gobbles down here on the bottom. And I just knew that where I was going to be, I had slim chances of even getting anything, especially as spooking the whole flock out of the trees. So I kept hearing these gobbling over here, and I kind of figured they were Jakes because they were just hammering like crazy. But I mean, there's been gobbling all around. So either way, public land bird, I don't care. I shot a Jake. It was such a cool hunt. I don't know if they ever really answered me, but I think I did hear a hen down here, or possibly a hunter. I don't know what it was, but I kept walking my way through the woods over here, set up a couple different places. I just couldn't get them to answer me definitively. And then I just kept hearing them like move farther and farther and farther. They got almost to the road, and I don't know what happened. I was just, you know, I sat up over there and I was like, they're getting farther. I got to make a move, do something. At least come up and get close. So I ended up jetting around over here, and they kept gobbling, and I'm serious, they were probably 30 yards from the road over there, and I thought they were going to cross and just be gone out of my life, and I was going to have to go find some other birds. Well, next thing I know, I see one zoom through the field, and so I got the camera on, and it was kind of on an angle, so because I had like, when I saw that turkey run to the left, there's a bunch of trees over there. You'll probably see it in the video, but there's a bunch of trees there, so I moved up and I ended up like sitting on like a pile of rocks there. And so when I put the camera down, the tripod was all crooked, so I had to like hold the camera up to where it was level. And I just see this Jake come out, and I didn't know what he was doing, honestly. I thought he was going to keep running this way, and then he started making his way back to like the center in front of me. So next thing I know, he's running like pretty much right at me, and then I see another one. They both like intersect, and they're just running straight at me. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were gonna run right over me, but I think they end up seeing me. I think they saw me definitely like put the camera down and turn it a little bit and grab my gun, and when they did, they both kind of took off to the right. I just picked a spot that was probably 15 foot to the right that had an opening. The first one had already moved through, And that second one, as soon as he stepped in, man, I let him have it. The TSS, I mean, I'm shooting 3.5s. TSS Federal, number 9 shots. And I mean, it rolled this bird. It didn't do anything. So, I mean, it was kind of a lucky shot, but at the same time, you know, it's just one of those things. I'm gonna go with mostly luck though. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, this whole, I'll tell you a little bit about the week anyway. So this week started off, I took Monday and Tuesday off to go hunting. So Monday comes in, and my brother had told me, from here it's probably another 400 yards that way. But my brother had told me that he had observed some turkeys, a big group of gobblers up on the hillside when he was morel mushroom hunting. So I just kind of went off of that. He dropped me a pin. I asked him if he wanted to come with me. He's had some stuff going on, but he dropped me a pin. And as I was coming in here, I probably got 300 yards from the parking lot. There's actually a parking lot right over there. I got about 300 yards from the parking lot, and I heard turkeys gobbling. And they were literally back up in here somewhere. So I set up down on the bottom thinking, well, they'll just pitch out. They'll come to me. They'll be receptive to calling. And I was clearly wrong about that. And it may have been these birds here as well, because they ended up kind of doing the same thing, just staying up in this area, never really gobbling too much. I ended up having a guy walk out, and this funny thing, like I've been hunting around the same area, and in this field about 100 yards away is where in the beginning of my morning, it was like probably 6:45, this guy walks through the field right in front of me, so I crow call at him. I've got it on video, but I didn't have my microphone set up. So I've got like just hours of footage with no audio. So same thing happened yesterday, by the way. So I've got my big mic on today. Anyway, so that guy, I crow call at him, he ends up, booking back. And so I was like, well, this side's kind of done. The turkeys had stopped gobbling. I'm guessing they saw him. So I ended up going back. Well, the same walk path from the truck over here, this guy has set up 3 decoys right in the walk path, like 200 yards from the parking lot. So that was Monday. I ended up running into a guy that shot a turkey on the other side of the property. I got on some of them, but I just couldn't get them in before 1 o'clock close time. So cut to Tuesday. I come in the same spot and right down here, and I'm pretty sure there are some longbeards up there because I saw him strutting. I didn't see him have the half fan like this one, probably. I haven't even opened up the fan. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Normally jakes have half fans. I don't think it's a super old bird. It's got short spikes or short spurs. Well, that's really interesting. It may have been one of these turkeys that I saw up there strutting then. So anyway, I got in the same spot that I had started Monday morning. Ended up being like 45, 50 yards from these gobblers up in the tree. They're strutting, there's 3 of them. And they ended up pitching in to the other side of the field, other side of the creek. They walked off. I never really saw them again. There was a storm front blowing in, so Tuesday was a pretty windy, kind of miserable day. I tried making a couple different stalks on some turkeys, and it just never panned out. And honestly, there's 2 jakes in that field. It may have been one of these. I bet it was, actually. So, cut to Friday. I was going to go hunt Thursday. I probably should have, but I didn't. Anyway, cut to Friday. I decided I was going to go hunting in the morning, Friday before work. So I loop around the other side where those toms or gobblers had pitched into the field, and I got set up pretty early. I got my camera and everything set up. Again, I was having mic troubles, so I ditched that mic. It's actually back on the GoPro. I had a hen pitch out in front of me, and I've got that on video. Again, no audio. That was about all I saw that morning. I did hear some gobbling up around in here, but I didn't really have much time to hunt that morning. Yesterday morning, I guess. So I ended up taking the last 20 minutes. I packed up about 7 o'clock and used the last 20 or 30 minutes to scout the area, kind of get an idea of like what the turkeys might be doing. And then I came up with this plan to, what I just told you guys. I staged, and then I was either going to come this way or go down the creek, and depending on where they gobbled. In a roundabout way, it turned out okay. I definitely had to make a move, and I couldn't be any happier, man. It's tough hunting public land, especially when you got people like bouncing in and stuff all the time. I wake up super early to get here. I think I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep right now, and maybe 8 or 9 hours of sleep within the last 2 days. So I'm pretty happy about this. I'm probably going to go back, get a fresh coffee, and enjoy the day. Put the boat up maybe. I got a birthday party to go to this evening, and I guess take care of this turkey, get it checked in, and back to the car. My wife's gonna love that I'm putting a dead turkey in her car. So, but hey, we got one more tag. We got 2 weeks left. This is only the first week, so plenty more to go. I'm gonna try to get in and find a bigger turkey. Possibly try to get some private land so I can hunt in the evenings after work or something. All in all, 2024 turkey season, spring, has been a success so far. Catch you on the next one.